Good day. How is everyone? Hello, William and CJ and CW, Sister Jeannie and Greg and Maria and RM, Regina. Trying to think of all the others who've been chiming in regularly. Thank you for coming. Today is Saturday, November 9th, 2024. And we're gonna do something that I think you're gonna like. I've been thinking about doing this for a while now. We're going to start the process of teaching the website, ourladiesgod.com. So we're going to take it, page by page, and I'm going to print out, each of the sections as I go along. So I'm starting at the top on the first category over on the left side, or maybe on that side if you're looking at me, the third secret of Fatima. And that is pretty relevant for what we are going through today. And so I'm going to read from that page. So I print out a section of it anyway that I would like to talk about, and we'll take again the website page by page, article by article, and document by document. And hopefully that is enlightening to many, as it will be a great refresher for all of us, and for me, and for those who haven't been there, and for those who are out there trolling. Don't bother, because the Holy Trinity, as envisioned by St. Lucia in the Trinitarian Theophany, has been able to kind of give me insight as to those who are sincere or not sincere in their questioning. Also, I wanted to mention, please have patience, Eve Fatima. I haven't forgotten you. It's just been a whirlwind since I got back, as far as getting your holy water out to you. We will be doing my granddaughter's baptism tomorrow. Not publicly. I'm going to have Mass tomorrow morning at 9 like usual, and then we're going to head off to do her baptism, Alestrina. And after that, or Alestriona, I have to get the pronunciation correct, and maybe Peter can help me with that, because it is an Irish name. Okay, let's see, what else is happening? Yep, motorhome is definite. That will be coming in probably 2 weeks. Very excited about that. I look forward to the world staying calm and patient until I can go out and visit anybody who would have me. And William has already invited me. And I look forward to working together with Tripping in that and saying Mass all wherever I go. All right, let's get started with our Good Day Rising prayers. And also I want to thank CW. I went back through some of the comments because I knew I missed one. And I found your, I'm going to call it the exorcism prayer. And that is extremely powerful. And I'm going to use that tomorrow before we do the baptism to clear the room, clear the air, and make sure there's no demonic activity whatsoever before we do that, as well as for the baby. All right, let's get started. In nomine Dei, Matronam Nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the Holy Trinity as envisioned by St. Lucia in what's been called the Trinitarian Theophany. And in Catholic contemplation, humbly venerate the Divine Family. Most holy and venerable Holy Trinity, one divine family, I believe that thou art here present. I venerate thee with the deepest humility. I render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thee. O most holy Trinity, relying on thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Dei Matronam Nostrae. O most holy Trinity, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of thee, and I forgive all who have injured me and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the Holy Trinity for the many graces that we receive and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven and for the souls in purgatory. O most holy Trinity, I most humbly thank thee for all the favors thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in thy service. I consecrate to thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by thy love, or that would not tend to thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the Holy Trinity the graces which are necessary to us. O divine family, thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of thy grace. Deny me not thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O Dea Matronam Nostrae, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell, but most of all because they offend thee, O most holy Trinity, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. Just want to make sure everybody understands who watches this that I am most imperfect, and I do make mistakes in all sorts of ways and manners, and I apologize in advance if I cause any confusion. And if you have any questions, please be upfront and just ask me straight out. That's the best way to get resolve. All right, so we're going to start with the authentic third secret of Fatima. Quote, "And in the prayers of simple people everywhere, simple people like the children of Fatima, there resides more power there, in the children of Fatima, I'm paraphrasing, there resides more power than in all the great armies and statesmen of the world," unquote. That was said by U.S. President Ronald Reagan in 1985. I'm going to read that one again. "And in the prayers of simple people everywhere, simple people like the children of Fatima, there resides more power than in all the great armies and statesmen of the world." Okay, so in those prayers of those simple people, okay, and he mentions the children of Fatima because he knows how significant that apparition was, especially when he was president, when they were dealing with communist Russia. On April 21st, 2010, the leader of the Fatima movement asked God Our Lady, who was, is, and ever shall be, for assistance in finding the real third secret of Fatima. This rosary request forced the Illuminati to release one of the two copies in existence. 5 things give this document credibility as the real third secret of Fatima. So this is how powerful the rosary prayer is with a particular intention. 1, these are the 5 things that give it credibility. Anti-Pope John Paul II was following Our Lady's instructions from this document before it was released to the public, when he symbolically and mysteriously transferred the authority of the Catholic Church, which is Pope St. Peter's remains, from Rome to Fatima in 2004. 2, God Our Lady appeared. Now, let me clarify something, and I'm going to get to it. Once I read the third secret, then I will go back to that. 2, God Our Lady, who was, is, and ever shall be, appeared in Africa to mark the 1-year release of this document on April 20th, 2011. And on the website, if you go there, there's links attached to this article, so you can go see those links. Number 3, 70 weeks after the release of the third secret of Fatima, Washington, D.C. was shattered in an earthquake, damaging the city's Masonic institutions and forcing the largest Masonic monument in the world to shut down. Since the abomination of desolation was halted, Rome was spared for now. And I don't think it states that, but the Washington Monument, that Masonic monument, is 555 feet tall, and its base is 111 feet around. And when you add those two together, you get 666. So these Satanists knew what they were doing when they designed all of Washington, and in particular this phallic monument. 4, it is written on a single sheet of paper, the secret, and is 20 to 25 lines long, as described by those who had read it, not 3 pages long like the Vatican's false third secret, which was released in the year 2000. 5, top calligraphic experts in Spain in 2016 matched the handwriting in this third secret to St. Lucia's first and second secrets of Fatima. And their conclusion is this: in view of the above stated findings, it can be determined that following an exhaustive analysis, there are qualitative and quantitative elements that: 1, the questioned document referred to here as the unrevealed third part of the secret of Fatima was brought about by the same hand as that of the unquestioned document corresponding to the first and second parts of the secret of Fatima, written in her own hand by St. Lucia dos Santos in her third memoir of August 31st, 1941. This determination has been made with the greatest possible objectivity, taking as much into consideration what can be favorable as what may be susceptible to cause injury to any parties involved. And I am aware of the penal sanctions that could be incurred if I were to disregard my duty as an expert. This I testify according to the best of my knowledge and understanding in Madrid on December 8th of the year 2016, Begoña Slaccar de Arque, Madrid, December 8th, 2016. So there you have the calligraphic expert saying that it was written in her handwriting. Okay. So here's the third secret in English from the Portuguese, January 4th, 1944. Now I will reveal the third part of the secret. This part is the apostasy in the church. Our Lady showed us a vision of someone who I describe as the Pope, quote unquote, Pope, describe as the Pope, standing in front of a praising multitude. But there was a difference with a real Pope, and that Pope was not italicized. The evil look, this one, the evil look, but there was a difference with a real Pope. The evil look, this one had eyes of evil. Okay, so the vision of the Pope that she saw standing had eyes of evil. Then, after a few moments, we saw the same Pope entering a church, but this church was like the church of hell. There is no way to describe the ugliness of this place. It seemed like a fortress made of gray cement, with broken angles and windows like eyes. There was a beak on the top of the building. When we looked up at Our Lady, who said to us, we then looked up at Our Lady, who said to us, "You have seen the apostasy in the church. This message can be opened by the Holy Father, but must be announced after Pius XII and before 1960. During the kingdom of John Paul II, the cornerstone from Peter's tomb must be removed and transferred to Fatima." Okay, I'm going to stop here in the middle of the secret. So during the kingdom of John Paul II, the cornerstone from Peter's tomb must be removed and transferred to Fatima. So because the third secret wasn't revealed when it was supposed to, and it had to be forced out, and John Paul knew, this is my interpretation, John Paul II knew the third secret, he did something similar, and it says that his remains, St. Peter's remains, were removed, okay, which is, I would guess, like the same thing or an equivalent to the cornerstone from Peter's tomb, to be transferred to Fatima. Okay, I continue with the secret. Because the dogma of faith is not preserved in Rome, her authority will be removed and given to Portugal. The Cathedral of Rome must be destroyed and a new one built in Fatima. If 69 weeks after this command is announced, Rome continues its abomination, the city will be destroyed. And Our Lady told us this is written in Daniel 9, 24 through 25, and Matthew 21, 42 through 44. And again, we don't know how things changed because of the failure of the popes to release this authentic third secret when it was supposed to be released. However, as you can see by Mr. Nobody releasing the secret, things definitely did happen. All right, so that's what I'm going to conclude with there. You're more than welcome to go to the website, ourladyisgod.com, and on the left side is the first subcategory, a subpage. That's the third secret of Fatima. For more information, there's a lot more there that you can check out. Don't worry if your browser says that it's unsafe. It is a safe website. Just click on it, click on the bypass, or however you need to get into it, or use a browser that's not so picky. I use the Brave browser and don't have a problem with the website at all. All right, let's begin Mass. And don't be fooled by all those other places that claim they have the third secret, or what is the third secret, or the one that we have is not the third secret. The one that's on the website is the authentic and only publicly available third secret. And again, it was verified by the handwriting. Deum vobiscum et quoque apote. Oremus. O most holy Trinity, the creator and redeemer of all the faithful, grant to the souls of thy servants and handmaids the remission of all their sins, that they may obtain by loving prayers the forgiveness which they have always desired, who livest and reignest with thee, one holy Trinity, forever and ever. Suscipe, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, hoc immaculatum hostem, quam ego indignus famulos tuus afferri tibi Deum meum vivum et verum, pro omnem edibidibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentis meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed pro omnibus federibus catholicorum vivis atque defunctis ut mihi eridis proficiat salutem. Deum qui humanae substantia dignitatem miribitus condidis et miribitus reformasti de nobis peruius atque et divine mysterium eis divinitatis esse consortes qui humanitatis nostrae, fieri dignatus is pateceps Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui ticum vivit et regnat, in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuum deprecantis clementium, ut conspectu divinae majestatis tuae pro nostra, et otius mundi salute cum odore suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu humilitatis et in animo contrito suscipiam rate Deum Iesum Christum, et sec fiat sacrificium nostrum et conspectu tu hodie u placiat tibi Deum matronam nostra et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni sanctificator Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificite blato prosequendo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sancto nomini preparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas Sancta Oblatium cum tibi aferimus a memoriam passionis, resurrectionis et ascensionis Deum Iesum Christum, et in honorem Deum matronam nostra et a Papa Peter Sanctorum, et istorum et omnium Sanctorum udilis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem ad salutem, et illi pro nobis intercedit et in inter caelis coram memoriam agimus interis per innum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate ut meum equestrum sacrificium agatabile fiat per Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum, sacrificium de manibus tuis et laudam et gloriam nomini sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apote, sursum corda habemus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Te igitur clementissimi Mater et Pater, Deum Matronum Nostrae, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum Nostrae, supplices rogamus et petimus, uti accepta habeas, et sanctificas, haec sanctam sacrificium illibata. In primis quae tibi afferimus pro ecclesiam tuum sanctum catholicam, quam pacificare custodire adonare et regere digneris tot orbit erarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum famulorum famrum tuorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Katie, Gage, R.M., Neil and R. Lively, Maria Josephina Mose, Letitia, Mark Jr., Henry, Barbara, Benedict, and Rebecca Santa Croce, and James Santa Croce, Mr. Nobody, Ambletink, the Cantu and Duarte families, Michaela McLarnon and family, Janelina, Lori, Aaron and family, Maria and the Lineweber family, the Kyle, Kendrick, Dasco, Nye, Tafour, Vegan, Wolf, and Kane families, and all their intentions. We pray for Mr. Nobody to receive the funding and strength needed to complete the first Sedevacantist Catholic Council office in Monastery of Illinois. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, and lying of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, medium of exchange, with no usury. We pray that the existing government and system accommodate the people with their remedy, as is the law. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society. We ask women to cease working for Freemasons and for corporations, and that they come to understand the raising of their children is of the highest priority, especially during these times we live in now. We ask that all pornography and the OnlyFans platform be stopped immediately, as well as all quote-unquote gay marriage. We pray for the conversion of all sinners who are trapped in a state of mortal sin, that they rebound, that they have courage, and that they accept God's forgiveness and come through to the Trinitarian Theophany through confession and correct baptism. Please block all forms of activity that is nefarious being done by the Freemasons, the World Health Organization, and the WEF that uses lies as its basis for attaining its goals. All these things we ask in accordance with the Holy Trinity's divine will. In mind. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides, cognita est et nota devotio pro quibus tibi afferimus, verque tibi offerant hoc sacrificium laudis, pro sesuisque omnibus, pro redemptione animarum suarum, pro spes salutis et calamitatis suae, tibi credum ota sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero. Communicantes et memoria venerantes in primis gloriosae, semper Deum matram nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum et beatorum martyrium torum Papa Sancta Petri, et Sancti Lucia, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Francisco, et Sancti Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum, quorum meritis precibus quae concedasut in omnibus protectionis tuae muniam exilio per indum Christum Deum nostrum. Quam oblationem de Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus consecratum acceptabelumque figere dinedis ut nobis corpum, et sanguinem fiat delictissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pater et ora cepit panem in sancta sac venerabilis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in caelum aete Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum suum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens, consecravit, frege didic velumnis sui dicenza, cipite et mandocat ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simili modo postquam ceremonia est accipiens et hunc preclarum caricem in sancta sac venerabilis manus suas item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, consecrave didic velumnis sui dicens accipite et bibite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effundetur in remissione peccatorum. Haequot est cum feceritis in me mone feceritis. et memores Deum nos servitui, sed et plebs tua sancta justum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae, tam beate passionis nec non et beneferis resurrectionis, sed et in caelos gloriosa ascensionis afferimus praeclare maestati tui de tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio axere novutur respicieri digneris. Supplices te ragamus Deum Patrem Spiritum Sanctum iube hec preferibam manus tuum ut quod ex hoc altaris participationis sacros sanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinem sincerimus, omni sanctificatione caelestia gratia repe amor, per indum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died, and we especially pray for Lynette Wagner, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis temet omnibum in Christum quiscentibum locum refugere lucis et pacis et odor gesta proclamor per indum Christum Deum nostrum, per quem hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivicas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso, est tibi Deum Matrum omnipotente in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, Matronam nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum. Sanctam tuum in mulieribus, Dea Matronam nostrae, Materam Deum Iesum Christum misericordia nobis, peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos, quae sumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris, et intercedente beata gloriosa semper Deum Matronam nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis da propitius pacem, in diebus nostris, ut ope misericordiae Tuae aduiti de peccato simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbatione securi. Per indum Deum nostrum, Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque apud te. Haecum ex Deo et consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat ecipientibus nobis in et salutem aeternam. Pax tecum et quoque apud te. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum Matronam nostrae, cooperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem Tuam unum viviplicasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum, Tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis et universis males et forme Tui semper in harare mandatis, et ad inumquam separari permittas, qui cum eodem Deum Matronam nostrae, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, vivis et regnam aeternam. Percietio corporis Tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego indinius sumere praesumo, non mihi proveniat in indicium et condemnationem, sed pro Tua pietate prosit mihi et tutum edemetis corporis et ad medelam percipiendam, qui vivis et reinas cum Deum Matronam nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. In panem celestem accipiem, et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Dea Matronam nostrae non sunt dignius, utitus subtetum meis, in tantidi verbos napaternam mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignius, utitus subtetum meis, in tantidi verbos napaternam mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, utitus subtetum meis, in tantidi verbos napaternam mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quid retribuam Deum Iesum Christum, pro omnibus quae retribuit mihi, calicem saetare secipim in nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum immocabo, laudans immocabo Deum matronam nostrae et ab inimicis meis avocero, sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Codore subsumus Deum Iesum Christum puramente capiamus et immunire tempore fit nobis remedium sempiternum. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum, quod sompsi et sanguis quam potavi et heri et visceribus meis, et praesta ut in me non remaniat scelere macula quam purat sancta reficerum sacramenta. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apud te, oremus. May the prayer of thy suppliants profit the souls of thy servants and handmaids. We beseech thee, O most holy Trinity, that thou mayest free them from all sins and make them sharers in thy redemption, who livest and reignest with thee, one divine family, forever and ever. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apud te, ite mis est, Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam obsequium servitutis meae, et praesta ut sacrificium cor oculis tuae majestatis indinus optuli tibi sit acceptabile mihique et omnibus pro quibus irut optuli sit miserante propitiabile per Christum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Matronam et Filium et Spiritum Sanctum, Deum Matronam Nostrae et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. O most holy Trinitarian Theophany, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most holy Trinity, I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of God Jesus Christ, who was, is, never shall be, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended. And through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of God, our Lady, who was, is, and never shall be, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Dei, matronam nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Thank you for being here. And Deo gratias. Hello, Andrew and Dukes Du Nona. Very nice to have you here. Yes, it's a great Saturday. Sun's out. Let's go and enjoy the day. Please go and sanctify all those you meet. Please pray for Alistriona, who's going to be baptized tomorrow. And we'll see you at 9 a.m. regular time tomorrow for Sunday Mass. Have a great day.